What's up? Here I am with a tutorial. So for all my lock boos out there that want to do a protective style or want to do something different with their lock, this is the perfect video because I'm going to be showing you how I wrap my locks and turn them into butterfly locks. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure y'all head over to Instagram and follow your girl. its.brigee. Let's get into it. Okay, hey y'all. So as you can see, I've already done most of my hair. I left out these two. Well, I already started most of my hair. I left out these two at the top just so I can show you how to do it. This is the Freetress Water Wave, 22-inch color. I think I got a 2. I use like 8 to 10 packs of these because not only do I wrap my hair with it, I also twist my hair with it. So I'm gonna show y'all that. So for each butterfly lock, I probably have no more than 4 locks, Of course, my sections aren't the straightest because I have locks and I'm combining the locks into a butterfly lock. So it's kind of hard to just have straight partings. It'll probably be easier. It probably would have been easier if I had square partings, but I don't know. My partings are just abstract. So I'm using my jam to kind of smooth out my edges and smooth out the hair and everything like you would if you were doing this style on loose hair. And of course it also helps with parting. So I have these 2 sections and I'm just taking my time and just make sure my parts are good because this is right in the front. So then I put a rubber band on that other section just to kind of get it out of the way. And then I think that's how many? That looks like 4 locks. Yeah, it's 4 locks. And I've done these before. I think it's my 3rd time doing them. But this time I'm going to do them a little longer. Or this might have been my first time doing it. I can't remember. But I've done these short and long. So I take one of the strands of hair. They're kind of already separated. I take one, I kind of fluff it out, pull it apart at both ends. And then I get this section and I split them into 2. And I just basically twist it like I would if I was doing Senegalese or Marley twist or whatever. So my thought process, and y'all might do something different, this is how I think. My thought process is if I add this black hair, it'll help cover up my blonde hair. So if you have hair that's already the color of the hair that you're adding, I don't think you really need to do this because you can do butterfly locks without adding this hair. I guess I would just do it differently if I didn't have this blonde. But I felt like this black would kind of offset the blonde a little bit. See, I'm kind of trying to wrap my lock inside of the hair. That's what I'm doing when I kind of spread it apart. So it's not completely blonde. I hope that makes sense. So I do that and I twist it all the way down until I get to the end of my lock. And I also use a little more jam as I'm going down because I just want to make sure everything is kind of sticking together and looks as neat as possible, I kind of like these to look messy, but you know what I'm saying. So when I get to the bottom, I make sure I try to twist really, really tight because I want to make sure that stays in there. So that's how it looks. I don't know if that makes sense. If you have natural color hair or whatever, you probably don't need to do this, but I just felt like it helped. And maybe it didn't, I don't know. Trial and error, y'all. I just be trying different things. But it does kind of help with kind of gauging how long I want it. So now I'm going to get a rubber band and just tie it at the end of where that lock stops. Just to secure it in place. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And even if it's an odd number, just split it in half. It's going to be okay. So if you have 3, just do 2 on one side, 1 on the other, and then just twist it like that. So I'm just going to speed this part up. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Get the hair separated. Excuse me. And then I'm going to twist it in. I'll be so happy when I get to this last one. Make sure y'all subscribe. If y'all are new here, subscribe to my channel. Support your girl. Comment, like, share with your friends, all that good stuff. So again, I'm trying my best to kind of wrap the Freetress hair around my blonde hair to kind of mask it as much as I can. Of course, it's not going to mask it all the way. It masks it a little bit, but whatever. Y'all will see. If y'all have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment. Let me know. And so again, I'm going to take my rubber band and put it at the end just to make sure it stays in place. So there we have it. We got this step completed. And that's how long it is. So y'all, I know I didn't really do a good job at covering the hair, but this is my process. And I get better every time I try different things. So now this is, I guess, step 2. So now you're going to wrap your hair at the top until you get to the bottom of the lock. I think that's what I did. So as you can see, the rest of them you can't see any blonde on the rest of them other than these 2 where you can see the blonde. So I'm just going to wrap down until I get to the end of where my lock stops. So again, I'm going to separate the hair, like fluff it out a little bit. And this time I'm using my crochet hook like that. And then I'm not too big on whether one should be long or one should be short. I think they're pretty even. But at this point, I just want to make sure I'm wrapping as tight as I can around the part of the lock that has my actual lock sticking out. Because I want to make sure that blonde does not pop out. Maybe next time I'll try to do these butterfly locks with like a lighter color that's closer like a blonde color. But I don't know. It'll look like my previous videos when I had those faux locks. So I might try that. Those were cute, and that's what really made me want to dye my actual hair blonde and do the locks. So I might actually do that. I've never tried the blonde hair with the butterfly lock technique. So yeah, I might do that. I might do a video like that and see how that looks. It might be quicker because then I won't have to spend so much time trying to make sure the blonde doesn't poke out of my lock. Sorry, y'all, kind of got out of the camera, but I'm going to twist it all the way down until I get to the end of my lock just to make sure it's covered. So then when I start wrapping the hair, I don't have to worry so much about, that part. And so when I get underneath my lock where none of my actual hair is showing in the spot, like I've never got any glue on it, be very, very careful with this step. Make sure you've kind of passed where your lock stops because you do not want to get any of this nail glue on there. So I take the nail glue and I put it right under where my lock stops, and then I continue to wrap. I like using nail glue because it hardens really fast and all that good stuff, but do not get it on your hair. Be sure you do not get on your hair. So now I'm going to do the same thing to the next one. I mixed a little bit of another color. I'll put all that in the description box below. I wanted a little razzle dazzle. So again, I'm going to take my time, wrap really, really tight. I sped this part up as well. I'm going to wrap really, really tight all the way down until I get to the end of where my actual lock stops. Just to keep that covered. Excuse me. In my mind, I just feel like, okay, if I twist my hair with this synthetic hair, it won't take so long for me to wrap it with the synthetic hair. But maybe that didn't matter. I don't know. So wrap tight, y'all. Then when I get to the end of where my lock stops, and sometimes like my lock, it looked like my lock went a little longer. Then I take the other strand of hair and I just start wrapping with that strand of hair. So if you run short with that original strand of hair, just get the other piece because you're going to have two pieces. And so you get the glue again, wait till you get away from your lock and then use that glue and then keep twisting and then just kind of roll it on your hand. Excuse me. So now I mostly got my hair done. Okay, so the final step is really just to wrap. So I've also changed how I do my butterfly locks. So with these, I just get another piece of hair. What's this, like the third strand of hair? Get another piece of hair. I change the color of my crochet hook. Put it through, and then I just wrap really, really loose all the way down. But now, I think the last time I did these, I started doing like the finger method. You know how you kind of put your finger there to kind of keep the hair poking out, and then you wrap it. But with this, all I do is just wrap loose, because I don't have to worry about it being tight, because I already covered up my hair. So keep wrapping, and then when you get to where it's getting kind of short, you'll go ahead and just add that short piece that you were wrapping with the rest of your hair, and then you're going to pick up one of the pieces that you haven't wrapped yet, so it'll be longer. And then you just keep wrapping. Like that. And so now when you get to that end, you're going to pull you're going to get another strand of hair, you're going to pull that. So you have one long piece, you're going to add that long piece to the short piece that's about to give out, if that makes sense. And then you're going to kind of twist it around to keep it together so it won't slide. And then you're going to wrap. So notice I'm not touching the hair that I used at first. So the hair that I used to twist on the first step that I told you would kind of help me gauge how long I want it, I don't wrap with that at all. I'm just wrapping with the hair that I'm adding to that, because that kind of helps me know how long I need the lock to be. So I wrap all the way to the end. And then I came up with this little thing too. Like, I get my crochet hook. Well, I think my mom actually was the one that did it first. So I get my crochet hook and I pull it through. And so the little piece, the original piece that I said I do not wrap at all, I'm just going to pull it through so it can kind of make a U-turn at the end. And that way it kind of secures that hair inside, because that hair is going to be inside that loop, if that makes sense. So then I'm going to take it again and I'm going to pull it through once more. Kind of struggling here, y'all, and then pull that through. So now it's just hanging. Or you could fold it up. Some people fold it up and do it, but I like to just get the crochet hook and pull it through. I just like to know my hair is secured, y'all. Now I noticed I started wrapping the wrong way, so I came back down and I started wrapping the other way. But yeah, you don't have to do the crochet thing. You could easily like just bend it back up and then twist around it. But I like to go ahead and, secure it really well and just make sure I don't have no slippage or mishaps with my hair. Because once it's up there, I don't want to bother it no more. That's the purpose of doing a protective style. So I'm just going to go right back up with the hair. And notice this is the hair that I added. That's why it has a color. And I only use this ombre hair, this different color hair. I only use this to wrap. I did not use that hair to twist with my natural hair. So then I'm taking my crochet hook again. Find a spot in the lock. Same thing I did at the other end. And I'm going to put my hair through it and then just pull. This lock ain't going nowhere, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. And since my hair is wrapped so many times at the top, I'm just going to put the glue on top of it. And then I'm going to twist on top of where I put that little drop of glue. You don't need a lot of this glue either, y'all. Like, you don't need a lot of this glue. I'm just putting a little more just in case. Like, when you use it, just put a dab. And there it is. That's how my hair looks. You can't even tell I got locks under these, y'all. Like, I love these. And, of course, having locks itself is a protective style. But it's cool to be able to, like, switch it up and add hair, especially when your locks are so short like mine. But, y'all, what y'all think about it? I did this, like, a year ago. I'm recording this, like, a little over a year later. I love these locks, and I love them the more they get, older. So tell me what you think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. So, of course, y'all know I had to add in how it looked. This is me on Snapchat and me in the car. So, thank y'all again so much. Until next time, bye.